Hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome if you are new. My name is Charlene, and on this channel, we discuss everything beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if you love my style, why don't you subscribe and you stay a while. In today's video, we are going over my top 20 Middle Eastern Arabian perfumes. This is the ones from like your Paris Corner, your Afnan, your Swiss Arabian, all those other Middle Eastern brands. I do not have any LATTAFAs in this video. I did a whole dedicated video just to my LATTAFAs because I have more LATTAFAs in my collection. But this is from the rest of my collection. The rest of my Middle Eastern Arabian perfumes, I pulled out my top 20 that I've used throughout this year that I absolutely love. These are my favorites that's in my collection from my Middle Eastern and Arabian perfumes from other brands other than LATTAFA. So if you would like to see my favorites, my top 20 picks that I tried in 2025, then just stay tuned. All right. I do not have these in any particular order, so we're just going to grab and go. I did put them by brand, so we're going to keep it by brand, so at least you can have that much of you to look forward to. So I'm going to start off with my ones from Maison Alhambra that I tried this year that I absolutely loved. And the first one actually was a popular short that I had on my video of me unboxing this one, and that is Leone Intense. So Leone Intense, and before I get into all these fragrances, if any of you don't know, the Middle Eastern Arabian perfumes, although they do a lot of their original creations, they do a lot of dupes and inspiration of your designer niche houses. Like they try to copy them, some of them even to almost the design of the bottle and the juice inside. In this particular one, as you look at it, it may remind you of a particular fragrance. It's not exact as far as the look, but it will remind you of the fragrance that I'm mentioning, and it smells like it. I have it in my collection, so I do have the OG of this one as well. But this is Leone Intense, is inspired by YSL Leave Intense. So if you love that lavender, vanilla, orange blossom type fragrance, then you're gonna love this one. And I love that fragrance since I have it in my collection. I actually picked it up from the YSL website themselves. Last year around this time, I got my name inscribed on it and everything. That's how much I love the scent. So I was more than happy when I saw that there was a dupe inspiration on the market. And I wanted to test it out to see how close, and it does a very good job of duping that fragrance. So if you love YSL Leave Intense, like I said, it's that aromatic white floral from the orange blossom, you know, vanillic scent. If you love that scent profile, then you're going to love this Leone Intense from Maison Alhambra. The next one I have from you from Maison Alhambra is Candid. This one is your Scandal from JPL's Jean Paul Gaultier dupe inspiration, and they do a great job with this one as well. This is your gardenia with that honey. It smells delicious. This is a beautiful floral and honeyed scent. So if you love that scent profile, this is very sensual type fragrance as well. This longevity of this is beast mode. Like it lasts, longevity is all day long. It projects. It does a great job. But if you love that honeyed white floral, you know, the gardenia type scent, then you're going to absolutely enjoy this. Like I said, it has the honey, it has the orange citruses in it, but it mostly gives you that floral. It has gardenia, orange blossom, and jasmine as the mixture in this one. So you're mixing the citruses, you're mixing that sweet honey, which is a prominent note in here, with some of those, the mixture of all those white florals, the gardenia, the jasmine, the orange blossom is all in here. And then it dries down into that caramel and some patchouli. It has some beeswax in it as well, but it's mostly that caramel with the mixture with the patchouli. And the patchouli just gives it a base, a earthiness that helps it to ground the fragrance from it being too much of a sweet fragrance. But it gives a nice balance to it. So this is absolutely gorgeous. They did a great job with this fragrance. Absolutely love it. So if you love the honey with the floral notes, with the caramel and all that, then you're going to, with a little bit of citrus in that top, you're going to absolutely love this one. And the next one from them, from Maison Alhambra, is So Candid. So this is another, as you can tell from the name, is another inspiration or dupe of one of the Jean Paul Gaultier scents, and that is So Scandal. So the So Scandal has that different take in a whole different direction. This is your berry, the raspberry scent, mixed with that tuberose and jasmine sambac. Now, I love jasmine sambac, one of my favorite, absolute favorite fragrances. But it also has it does that combination with the jasmine, with the orange blossom, which is in the original. So the white floral element is still there. But then they put the creamy tuberose with it. Then they gave you the big punch of the berry note in the beginning. But then it has a little creaminess from the tuberose. It has a milk note in here, but it's not like too lactonic. It's just a nice creamy white floral with the berries, the raspberry in there. So this is gorgeous. This is a feminine type scent. So if you love your white florals, you love some berries, you're gonna love the So Candid scent from Maison Alhambra. Mango Jugoso. Now we're getting into my Paris corners. So I have the majority of them in here are from the Paris corners. So we got quite a few. I could have probably did a whole separate video like I did for LATTAFA for my Paris corners, but I did not just want to force a number on them. And I guess I could have did the best of the best for my Paris corners too. But I just decided to put it in here with these fragrances. So, but the next several fragrances are from Paris Corner, and then we'll get into some of the other brands as well. Paris Corner was like the second brand that I ended up introducing myself to when I was doing a Middle Eastern Arabian deep dive. Like when I went down that rabbit hole, that was one of the other companies I went in shortly after I went in with LATTAFA. So they did a whole Ministry of Gourmand collection. One that had a coconut lagoon, which I still have not gotten my hands on it. A couple of times that I looked to get it when I was thinking about getting it, it was sold out or it was at a price that I did not want to pay for it at the time. So I opted not. So coconut lagoon, like, is still in the back of my mind. Like, I still want her, but I just haven't gotten her yet. So, but that's still like on the list of wanting to try that one, because I do, like I told you guys before, if you're new to my channel, if you don't know me, I love tropical notes, like the mango, the coconut, the pineapple, those tropical notes. I absolutely love those. You know, I love my jasmine, I love violet, but as far as the florals go, but when it comes to the fruits, I tend to really love the tropical fruits, especially coconut, and mango. So this one is the Mango Jugoso. So I opted to get this one over the Coconut Lagoon at the time because this one was the only one that was available. I was going to get both of them at the same time, and I ended up only getting this one. But I ended up loving this when I when I got it, when I purchased it. So Mango Jugoso was, I don't think this was like duping or inspired by anything. I think this is their own creation. If you know for sure, drop it down in the comments. But that was when I did my research, I couldn't see where this was really duping anything. I think this was their own creation. So I'll tell you the actual notes, all the notes on this one, because whenever there's original creations, that's what I love to do, is share the whole note profile with you. But this one has mango, blood orange, grapefruit, and blackcurrant, mid notes of melon, pineapple, and peach, and base notes of sugar, musk, and violet. The predominant note in here is the mango with the citruses, especially when in the top. But that melon in here adds another element and sweetness about it as it's starting to dry down. That is gorgeous. The mango stays throughout, and that melon note in there smells gorgeous mixed in with that mango. So you got your citruses mixed in the top with the mango. Then you have that melon note that mixes in with the mango. That gives it a nice sweet creaminess about it. Also some freshness about it as well. So this is beautiful. And then it just gets sweet as it goes down because they got sugar in the base. So sugar, your musk, your violet gives it another little powderness and airiness about it in the base. So it's just like a sweet, airy mango scent as it dries down. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I love this scent. So that is Mango Jugoso from their Ministry of Gourmand collection that they have in the summertime. Absolutely gorgeous. Love that one. The next one I have here is one of the ones that is inspired by or duping the Kayali. I think it's that sparkling lychee scent that she has. But that's what this one is inspired by. So Care Fusion from Paris Corner. This one has that lychee in it and that vanilla, but it also has jasmine sambac in it that you guys know I love. So jasmine sambac is in here, like I said, but it has the lychee and berry notes in the top for it. So black currant, red apple, and the lychee. That's what you smell right here in the beginning of this fragrance. Then it gets into some florals, but then you mostly smell the vanilla in here especially. So this is a beautiful scent. I love this. And like I said, it has that predominant lychee note in here, so you have to love that scent. But it is a beautiful, fruity, nice floral sweet scent. This is gorgeous. You see, I was denting on this one pretty good during the spring and summertime. So this one is absolute love for me. Love that one very much. As well as this other one, I was hitting up quite heavily, as you can probably see a little bit. This is Care Confection. So Care Confection is the one with the pear. This one is the one that's also inspired by Kayali's that candy rock sugar scent that she has. That's what this one is inspired by. But this one has the pear, the whipped cream, the vanilla, marshmallow, sandalwood in there. All those mixed together. This layered with so many things. I was like putting everything with this on everything. This is like their vanilla 28 that KLA has. Like it goes with so much. This one was another one that it goes with so much sense. Like you can layer this with so many things, but it also is beautiful all by itself. But Care Confection was a fast love. After it did its thing, it was time to play. And we had a good time during this last spring and summer. Love this scent. I had on said that once this one started getting low, I will be getting another one on standby so it can get itself ready because this is gorgeous. Love this scent very much. The next one I have here was another one from that same lineup that they did duping the Kayali scents. This is duping her Young Bougie, was it pistachio or some scent like that she had. This one is your pistachio with the cream, the ice cream, the whipped cream, the marshmallow, the hazelnut, the cardamom, the tonka. It has it all. It is beautiful. It's nice and creamy. If you love that sweet, creamy pistachio scent, then you're going to absolutely love this one. They hit it out the park. This one to me smelled better than the original. So if you love that Kayali pistachio scent, then you're going to love this one. Absolutely love this one. So I love these in this collection. The ones that look like this that I've tried from them were absolute favorites this year for me. Now going on to another one. Now this is also duping the Kayali scent, but they changed the bottle up. They didn't put it in that same looking bottle like they did the other one. And this one is Marshmallow Blush. So Marshmallow Blush is the one with the berries, the strawberries with that marshmallow. It has some orange blossom in here as well as ambroxan, but it's mostly your berry and marshmallow. So if you love a good marshmallow scent, this is another one. Once it sat and did its thing, it just gets better and better and better as it sits. This smells so good. Absolutely love this scent. And this is another one. As it gets low, it will be getting replenished. I love this marshmallow blush with that strawberry and that raspberry with that marshmallow. And that orange blossom in there just gives it a nice floral touch with to keep it from just being straight up sweet marshmallow scent. But yes, marshmallow blush was definitely a favorite for this 2025 year. Another favorite that I wore this year was my Kisa Pink from Paris Corner. So Kisa Pink is the one that has the coconut with it, but it has your apple. Yes. It has some florals in it, but it's mostly your coconut, apple with the vanilla, the sugar, all of that. So that's what you mostly get with this one. It has a earthy, woodsy dry down, but it also has sandalwood in it to give it a little creaminess. It has the sugar in it and the vanilla in the base to give it the sweetness. So it has that brightness about it from the crisp apple a little bit in the beginning, along with the coconut, which is giving it that nice tropical vibe that I love. Slight florals, but then it has that base of the creamy woods, and it gives you that sugar and that vanilla in there. So this here is a nice combination. To me, I love this one over, like, to me, the Yara from LATTAFA was similar to this one. And so similar that I preferred this one over it. And I end up giving my regular pink Yara away. So, Kisa Pink, love, absolutely love this one. So the next one was another love of mine from the summertime especially, and that is from their Emir collection. This is Pear Potion. Pear Potion is the one that has that pear and apple combination that is beautiful. It has that caramel and jasmine in the mid, and then raspberry and musk in the base. So this is just your fruity, sweet pear apple combination. Like, this is a sweet apple done right for the spring, summer, fall season. This is gorgeous. This is another one that could layer well with other things too, but absolutely shines all on its own. This, to me, apple scents, I either love them or I don't. And to me, and pear is the same way. So to me, they put the pear and the apple in here, and they are a great combination in this scent. And the scent itself, I absolutely love this one. It's got a nice freshness about it. Yes, a nice freshness about it. And it's got that sweet floral. So fresh, aquatic, sweet, floral. It's just nice for that summer heat. So Emir Pear Potion was absolutely favorite. The next one I have here for you is Noof. So Noof from Paris Corner. This is another one. This is more of your unisex fragrance, but this is your pineapple. This one is your pineapple Middle Eastern fragrance. It has saffron in it. It has balsam fir in it. It has some jasmine in it. It has some oud in it. Some amber, some cedar. This is your winter time. This is your cold weather fragrance pineapple. Yes, this ain't your summer. This isn't your summer pineapple. This is your colder weather pineapple. Like, it has some depth to it. That saffron in here gives it a nice spicy kick. The oud just gives it a nice grounding, and the amber gives it a nice smooth warmth about it. But it does have some of your florals in it, but it's very minuscule. You're mostly getting a nice honeyed pineapple that has that what would we call it? Like that oriental vibe to it that I love. This is gorgeous for this winter season, and it is been a favorite of mine this past fall and winter, so it had to be in this video. And this other one I have for you guys is Ophidian. This is the last Paris corner I have. So Ophidian is your dark, sweet cherry. Your dark black cherry. Like that dark, deep, juicy cherry. Yes. Yep. This is so beautiful. Yeah. Yep. They don't have black cherry listed as a note in this fragrance, but it's cherry in here. I don't care what they say. They have, so let me tell you what notes they have listed. They have listed raspberry, bergamot, damask rose, praline, heliotrope, and jasmine. Then it has Gaiac wood and Bretellide, Palo Santo, tonka bean, patchouli, vetiver, and pear. That's what they have listed on Fragrantica, at least. But this, just think of your dark, sweet cherry. If you look, and it has a little, how should I say it? That Palo Santo in there. It's giving it a nice, like, incensey, woodsy, smoky vibe, but don't think cigarette smoke, and don't think of someone burning incense. Not that, it just has that little element and character about it, the cherry, that is very nice, that I absolutely love. And the praline is giving it a nice sweetness, but this is a nice, deep, and it's not like cough medicine either, so don't even go into that vibe either. This is just your nice, sweet, dark cherry. Like, think of a cooked like drunken cherry that you can stew down and you can put over like some ice cream or something. Yeah, that sweet dark cherry scent that you smell, that's what this is. That's what this smells like to me. So that is Ophidian dark black cherry. Gorgeous. So this next one was from Aroma Concepts, and this is Batik. This is your watermelon. This has pear in it, it has apple in it, strawberry, watermelon, rose, tangerine. It has all the fruits in there, but what you mostly smell, this smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. Yes. A watermelon Jolly Rancher. If you know when you sucking on a watermelon Jolly Rancher, that scent that it puts off, that you smell, that's what this smells like. It smells so good. If you love a watermelon scent, a sweet candied watermelon scent, then you're going to love Batik. And this was a joy to play with during the summer. Spring, summertime, I was loving on this as well. It's great to layer with other things too, if you just want to add that type of a sweet candy watermelon or berry scent, because it does have the strawberry in there too. If you want to add that scent, it's like a mixture of a watermelon Jolly Rancher and those pink strawberry hard candies that has the little filling, like a little bit of a filling in the middle. If you was to combine the two, that's what this scent is. Yep, that's what this is. So if you love that scent, those candies, and the scent those candies give, that they captured that scent in this bottle. It's gorgeous and I love it. My next one is from another brand. This is from Armaf. So Armaf has this Club de Nuit Imperial scent. This here, if you love Perfumes de Marly de Lina Exclusive, then you will love Club de Nuit. I've heard that it is a spot-on dupe. Don't have that scent, cannot say for myself, but what I can say is that I'm not a big rose lover, and every interpretation that I've smelled of any of the Delina exclusive interpretations of that scent, I love. I had a co-worker who used to wear Delina, and that scent will fill the whole office. Soon as you saw her coming and where she been and everywhere, because that thing is a powerhouse. But Delina Exclusive is my favorite flanker of that scent profile. Now, this one has lychee, bergamot, nutmeg, Turkish rose, vanilla, musk, peony, vanilla again, incense, cashmere, and cedar. This is the best way I can say that, this is your lychee and rose. Yep, this is your lychee and rose scent, and it's so beautiful. Like, this is a beautiful interpretation of that fragrance. This is my favorite interpretation of this fragrance. I'm going to show you another one here in just a second that is similar to this one. To me, they're kind of like neck and neck. Like, I love the Delina exclusive version of the Delinas the most. With that being said, the second one that I'm talking about is from Al Watanaya. And that is Tiara. So this is the other one that is giving you that Delina exclusive with the lychee, with the rose scent. Like, they're very similar. So do you need both? You don't necessarily need both, but they're both favorites of mine. I couldn't pick one over the other one. I love them both equally. So, I mean, pick a bottle, I guess, if you decide on which bottle you love the most. Because I've worn these side by side. I've worn them separate. I love both of them. So I had to put both of them in here because both of the brands did a great job with it. Yes. Yep. So Tiara and Club de Nuit both are my Delina exclusive inspirations that I was in love with this past 2025 season. With that being said, the other one that I have here from Swiss Arabian is Rose 01. So this one is your straight up Delina, not the flanker. This is your straight up Delina. So this one has that bergamot, lychee, pink pepper. It has Bulgarian rose, peony, nutmeg, musk, vanilla, and cashmere wood. This is another one. They did something with the lychee in here that it's making this not smell as screechy as the regular Delina does. So to me, this is a better interpretation of that fragrance. This is gorgeous. I absolutely love this scent. This is my types of rose. I love a rose with character. And that's what these give. These gives me character about my rose. That pink pepper in here, along with that nutmeg in there, really does something with this fragrance, giving it a nice, that little spiciness about it. But at the same time, like I said, they tone down the lychee in here so that it's not too much. But love this scent. So Rose 01 had to make the list as well. And my other one in here is the other one that is the Kayali Young Bougie Marshmallow dupe. So it's kind of like with those other two where you can't pick between the two. Can't pick between the two. I love these both. This one was the Paris Corner version that I just told you guys about earlier. This is the Shama All Emirat Kasusi Pink Blush. And AKA just pink blush is what they call this one. So again, they both have their different take on it. Still got the whipped cream, the marshmallows, the berries in here. So it's still giving you the same vibes. It is gorgeous. One just at one point has more of the berries that you smell, and the other one has more of the marshmallow at one point. So they kind of got them in different, and when I'm saying they, I'm talking about this one. They kind of emphasize certain notes at different points in the journey, but they both give you the same vibes throughout the whole journey. Like, they're both giving you that Young Bougie Marshmallow vibe. So if you love that fragrance, you're going to love both of these, in my opinion. Some love one more than the other. And like I said, one may at one point have a stronger berry note, and then the other one at one point may have a stronger marshmallow note. So to me, it's kind of like encompassing the same thing. Love both of them. And I would repurchase this one, just like I said, I would repurchase that one. To me, they're in the same family, and they're not exact, but they're giving you the same similar vibes as they're close enough to the OG to where you don't need the OG, if you know what I mean. I mean, like, it's scratching the itch. It's doing its job. So that's what pink blush is for me. Vanilla Caramel from Agiad is the one that is next on my list. It has a similar bottle to the Paris Corner, but it's not Paris Corner. This one is listed as having caramel, orchid and heliotrope in the top, mid-note of coumarin, honey, and tropical fruits, and base of vanilla, white musk, and sandalwood. And what I can tell you is exactly what it says. Vanilla and caramel. Oh my goodness. This gets better and better and better as it sits. Like when I first tried this scent, I did not like it at all. Like you can go back and see my first perfume maceration update on this. It was like a no. Baby had to go back in hiding because I was like, what is this? But once I did pull it back out, it had did a whole 180. Like it was going in one direction, went in a whole nother direction, and when it was doing its thing. And now just now smelling it again. Yes. Caramel, vanilla, honey. Oh, it smells so good. Like you can wear this by itself, but this is another one that will layer very well. Like if you want to emphasize some of those notes, that will layer very well with quite a few things. And once I started using it, you can see I started putting a dent on this one as well. So this is another one. I know that once it gets low, I would want to go ahead and get a backup so that it can start doing its thing so it can go ahead and get to where it needs to be. But vanilla caramel from Ajiad is so good. Very, very, very good. Love this. The next two for me is from Afnan. So my next favorite is, I've talked about this on my channel several times. They actually released a mist version of this from Bath & Body Works. That Infinite Radiance was a dupe that Bath & Body Works did in body mist form, but Afnan did it first in perfume form called Mystique Bouquet. So this Mystique Bouquet is your Valaya dupe that they had. And this one, let me tell you the notes on it. It has white peach, mandarin orange, bergamot, and lychee in the top. Peony, orange blossom, vetiver, and mahogany in the mid. And musk, ambroxan, oak moss, and vanilla in the base. Now this is a peach I can do. Yes, I'm not a big peach lover. Peach on my skin can go hit or miss. It can go all kind of wrong. And this peach in here is beautiful. Mixed with that orange blossom. It's heavy on the musk as well, but this is a beautiful scent. This is your citrus, musky, fruity type scent. So if you love that profile, if you love Valaya, you love a musk, which I'm even not big on musk. So for this fragrance, for me to love this fragrance, says a lot. Musk, I really don't care for. Peach, I really don't care for. And it has both of those in there, and I love this. This is gorgeous. So Mystique Bouquet from Afnan, amazing. Highly recommend this fragrance. I love the bottle itself. It's gorgeous. It has that like oceany blue going into that emerald green color with this gold cap. Love it, love it, love it. So that is Mystique Bouquet. Love this scent. And the other one from Afnan that I ended up loving this year was Modest Dough from Perfume from Afnan. This is your sweet, fruity, spicy type scent. This is another one that has a whole lot of notes. I don't know if this one is duping anything per se. I think some people say that it kind of reminds me of one of the Lancome Trésor, the diamond looking fragrances, but I can't say about that because I've never tried any of those fragrances. But what I can say is this is gorgeous. This has some raspberry, it has berries in it, period, with some chocolate. That dark chocolate in here just gives it a nice, sweet depth about it that is gorgeous with these berries. Then it has some spices and vanilla in it, and then it has a little bit of like gardenia and patchouli in the base. But this is a beautiful, beautiful, like, I call it like a chocolate covered strawberry type scent. It's what I kind of get with this one. It's what it gives me. Like, yeah. Give the chocolate, put the chocolate on the berries, the strawberries, the raspberry. Like, mix that in there. That's the vibe that this one is giving me, and it's gorgeous. I had a little dip going in this one as well. And to me, this is more of your tight fall, tight winter, tight fragrance. So right around this time of year is the time to wear this one. Love this scent. So all in all, you guys, that is my top 20 picks from your Maison Alhambra, Paris Corner, Armand, Waltonaya, Swiss Arabian, Roma Concept, Agiat, Afnan, all the Middle Eastern rise. And that ain't all the Middle Eastern Arabian perfumes that's, brands that's out there. That's the ones I've dabbed my toes in that I have loved this past 2025 year. So tell me if you have any of these fragrances in your collection. What is your top picks? If there's any other picks that you have that's in your collection that you absolutely love on this past 2025 year, drop it down in the comments. I would love to know what you guys love, because this, we share things on this channel. This is, you're my butterfly beauty. So we share these things so we can know what is good out there, because they do a lot of releases and not everything's going to be great and good. And some things with the Middle Eastern fragrances need to do their thing. Like, it may not be a love at first, but let it, spray it out, let it sit, let it do its thing, and then it may become true loves. Like that Cara Confection I was talking about earlier, that marshmallow blush, that vanilla caramel from Agia. I didn't like them right immediately. Like, I had to give them a few weeks, give them a couple of months. When I wrapped the back around to them, beautiful. They were beautiful. So like I said, drop down below some of your favorites, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.